AscendTMS, the world's #1 rated TMS software. If you couldn't make the live webinar to learn about the AscendTMS carrier portal, we recorded it for your viewing pleasure. Watch this anytime, anywhere, and learn how Ascend's carrier portal can keep you and your carriers truly connected.
Welcome everybody, good afternoon. This is Steve Herrenkoff. I'm here with Maria, my partner Maria Giarusso. We're going to be showing you a Ascend portal today. So welcome. We've got another popular or a very full webinar today. We did this webinar last week. It was a big hit. So some of the points we're going to touch on is Ascend portal used with AscendTMS. It's going to, we designed it to eliminate a lot of those pesky check calls going on between brokers and carriers today. We want our carriers to possibly be able to set their own delivery appointments on their loads. We want a way for brokers and their carriers to easily exchange paperwork such as proof of delivery documents and load tenders. The Ascend portal, of course, is designed to help us do that. Best of all about the Ascend portal is that we can do this from any PC, a Mac, mobile phone. The Ascend portal was designed to be completely mobile friendly, and you'll see that no app is needed at all, so no confusing apps to deal with. The end result of our efforts here is hopefully brokers will get paid faster, and the communication between brokers and their carriers will be a lot smoother, and the carriers will also be happy because they'll know that they've done a good job, and they'll also get paid faster in the end as well. So during the webinar today, you'll see in the Zoom controls that you can chat to us. We'll have Cameron on board, our other support partner here at AscendTMS. He's going to be moderating some questions at the end. So if you want to go ahead and chat, let us know. So for the duration of this webinar, I'm going to be playing the part of the broker in AscendTMS. And my partner Maria, she will be playing the part of the carrier using the Ascend portal. Okay, a little bit of background on the Ascend portal, which is a carrier portal we've developed at AscendTMS. We listened to the users that we have, to their feedback. They were asking us to develop a tool to help them with their everyday processes with their carriers. So what we did is we responded and we created this great new tool, the Ascend portal. We're very, very excited about it. We decided to shout it from the rooftops and do a couple of webinars. Originally, we were just going to do the webinars for current users of AscendTMS, just to alert them and show them all the great features available to them. But we thought, why not? This is such a cool tool. Why not show it to everybody in the logistics world? So that's why we decided to open up to the general public. So we've had a tremendous response, and thank you for everyone who's come to see it with us today. So let's get started. So I'm the broker, and here's my AscendTMS. The very first thing I'm going to do to get to start using the Ascend portal is we want to set up AscendTMS to a couple of settings. So first, we have an alerting system. AscendTMS is going to alert us not only with our internal messaging system, but we'll also be able to receive email updates, and we can pick and choose specific users to receive those alerts. But basically you want to set up the alerting so that when the carriers are performing certain duties inside of the Ascend portal, those alertings will come immediately through AscendTMS. I'm going to be notified right away when certain events are taking place. So why are email alerts important, you may ask? So we know why we want to get alerted, but email report alerts as well, in conjunction with the internal messaging, very important, because we may, as brokers, we may not always be in our AscendTMS throughout the day. We'll be doing other things. So we also want to get those emails so that we can take care of important events that are occurring with our carriers. So the other alerting we can do, or setup we can do, is Ascend Portal settings here. And this is going to allow us to choose whether or not the carriers that we link with can schedule their own dates and times or reorder stops. So the Ascend Portal will allow carriers to, on their tenders loads, to actually do that, but you don't have to allow that. That can be kind of sensitive. So you can choose that. We can also do our expiration settings for our load tenders. So in the event that we tender a load to one of our carriers through the portal and there's no response, we don't want that tender just hanging out there forever to be forgotten about, right? You want that to expire. You can set up your settings so that with each specific carrier that you link with, so that those tenders expire and you can actually do something about it. You may have to find another carrier to take your loads. And then finally, we can map truck statuses and load statuses, so that when carriers are doing their updates in through the portal, we want to map, essentially map AscendTMS so that it behaves in a particular way when those updates are happening. So basically the carriers are going to be doing all the work for us on their end simply by updating their own loads. So if, for example, here my load status is when a load is accepted by a carrier, it's going to go into my carrier assigned status. And for example, if a carrier rejects one of my load tenders, that load will go into watch, and I'll know immediately, I'll be alerted that I'm going to have to find a new carrier for that particular load. So just a little bit of setup up front. So how do we actually kick this off here? So what we want to do is we're going to have carriers set up with profiles in our AscendTMS system. I've got Move It Trucking here with my partner, Maria Giaroso. She's going to be playing the carrier for us today. So I'm just going to kick this off by simply inviting Maria at Move It Trucking to my Ascend portal. And when I open up her profile, we can see this blue marker at the top, and the very last link says link carrier via Ascend portal. All right, so we're going to set that in there. She's going to receive an invite via email. And Maria, she's standing by. We're going to actually take a look at from things from her perspective. She's going to take over the screen share here and show you what that's all about.
Guys, okay, so I'm going to be bringing you into my email here, where you can see I have an invitation to link a customer via Ascend portal. We can see Super Logistics sent me an invite, which I can quickly accept. Your carrier will then be taken to the Ascend portal sign up page, where they can quickly create an account in less than 30 seconds, putting in very minimal details. Or they can use an existing account, which is what I'm going to do for this webinar today. Why would I have an existing account, you might ask? Well, that's because I'm already doing business with other brokers that are using AscendTMS that have previously linked us to the portal. So once I log into my current Ascend portal, I can see Super Logistics has invited me and accept that invite. So as I mentioned before, I'm working with a couple other customers right now that are the brokers using AscendTMS. You'll see Swift Logistics and Truckit Logistics. And before I kick this back to Steve to start tendering some loads my way, I want to acknowledge this hamburger menu. That's what we call it. This little icon here in the upper left-hand corner that looks like a hamburger. When you open this up, you have your main menu here. The reason that I'm showing you this is, as the broker, you guys just have to send that link invitation once. You send it to your main carrier contact, and then it's on your carrier. So in this case, it's on me to assign. I've assigned Cameron Smith as one of my drivers and John Parker. I can assign as many dispatchers, I can add and manage the users that are in my Ascend portal quickly and easily, assigning them so they have access either via their computer or mobile device. So we'll send this back over to Steve, and hopefully I'll start seeing some tendered loads come in here in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Maria. All right, so we're back here in broker world, and now that Maria has accepted our portal invitation, we can go ahead and assign her to the load that we have intended. So I have load 181818. Load status currently needs carrier. I've got truck status set up as at prior load. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw Maria's Move It Trucking on to our load here. Just like that. All right, so here she is. She's our primary contact for the company. I still don't have any idea what's going on with the driver and the equipment that's going to be assigned yet, but hopefully Maria will take care of that in just a short time. Want to show you how we have this load constructed just a little bit here. So this load is a pickup in Tolleson, Arizona. It's set to pick up on October 28th in the morning. We have a stop in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then finally, this load should final in Dublin, Ohio on or around November 1st. The distance has been calculated. We've got about 1887 miles here. And if we actually wanted to view our route map, we can see our load progressing from Arizona on through to Ohio. Okay, so now that we have Maria's Move It Trucking assigned to the load, we can go on to financials. Now, my income on this load is $3,700. I've negotiated with Maria to do this load for about $3,350. Here we go. And there's my carrier's income. And at this point, I can view my load documents and just double check everything. So Ascend is going to be producing a carrier confirmation here for Move It Trucking. And we can take a look at that and just double check, make sure. So we have our carrier assigned, all of our pickups and deliveries, Maria's rate there of $3,350. And this document will be actually sent by me, tendered to Maria into the portal. And let's go ahead and do that. So show you how easy that is. Let's go over, and you'll see over in the financials of the load, we have this green tender load to carrier button. I'm going to send that off now to Maria. She's going to take over and show us how to work the magic over in the portal.
Thanks, Steve. All right, everybody, let's go back inside the Ascend portal where we can now see I have a newly tendered load from Super Logistics. Now, I also received an email. I do get notifications via email that I have a tendered load. I can look inside here and make sure that what Steve and I had already agreed upon is here, take a look at my stops, and I can even navigate over to my documents where I can quickly and easily view the load tender that Steve has just shown you from his AscendTMS. So I have everything that I need, and I'm confident I can accept this tender without problems. Now that I have accepted it, I am going to go back here. I noticed something in the stops. Now, because Steve and I have a good relationship and his settings within AscendTMS allow me to do so, I have the privilege of being able to reorder my stops, set my own appointment times, and because he's given me that option, I'm going to make sure to keep him as informed as possible. I reordered these stops, guys, because we have a hub in Indianapolis, Indiana, so it makes more sense logistically for me to final in Indianapolis versus Dublin, Ohio. So I'm going to just keep him apprised to everything we're doing here, leaving him notes on what is going on, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now that I have my stops all set up, you can see, or I can see, your carrier can see that the mileage has changed because of that reorder. And another thing that Steve and Super Logistics has allowed me to do within their Ascend settings is request accessorial charges. So I know I'm moving around here rather fast. I wanted to make sure you guys can see how quick and easy this is to send him a message, request that accessorial, and we're going to leave it in Steve's hands. I'm going to wait patiently while this is in my active loads for him to respond. And while I've done this, I've never once had to pick up the phone to call him. So I'm going to send it back over to Broker World where he can show you exactly what's happening as I've accepted and made some changes to this load.
Okay, thanks again, Maria. We're back here in Broker World on our load management here. I've enjoyed watching my alerting just go absolutely crazy with all the changes that Maria has been making. So she's been very busy over there. Let's actually crack open our alerting here, and we can see a number of messages. She's accepted a tender. She is rearranging stops, and she's looking for a little bit more money from us. Looks like about $75 due to a mileage adjustment. Okay, well, we want to certainly make sure our customer gets served. So let's see what that's all about. Now, not only did I get those alerts, but Ascend is also responding to the changes that she's making. So, for example, you'll notice load 181818 has this new color assigned to it, and that means that the load status has been changed now. Because of the activity she's done, the load status is automatically changed to carrier assigned. The truck status still says at prior load, so that's okay, that's accurate. And we notice now that my last contact column also, so my load log is getting updated as Maria is making those changes. And we can see here the latest contact from her was that she was reordering stops on this load. So I'm getting alerted to that as in real time as it's happening. So let's actually crack open the load here, and we'll take a peek at her creation. We'll go to our edit stops area here, and yep, we can confirm Dublin, Ohio is now going to be her first stop. She's done some rescheduling here as well, and also Indianapolis, Indiana will be the final stop. The mileage has been adjusted for me here in AscendTMS. I haven't had to lift a finger other than to just verify. And if we want to take a look at our route map, we can definitely see our load traveling from Arizona on through Indianapolis onto Columbus, and then back, rerouting back to Indianapolis. So that makes sense to me. I want to make sure Maria has everything she needs on this trip. So I'm going to go ahead and also check out those financial changes that she's done. And we can see here a change has been suggested, a mileage adjustment coming from Maria in the amount of $75 here. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll set Maria up with that $75 and keep this moving. Boom. All right, so as I do that, my expenses are updated. My gross profit is also updated on this. All of my corresponding carrier documents and everything is updated for me, and we'll go ahead and send this updated tender right back to Maria. She's going to take over and show us what she does with that inside the portal.
Thanks, Steve. All right, guys, let's move back into the Ascend portal. As you can see under my active loads here, I no longer have that Super Logistics load within my active. I've received an email that he sent me a revised tender, so I can quickly find that under my tendered loads. I know I made some changes, so let's go see if he has changed things back. He's accepted. All right, great. He's accepted my change, letting us final in Indianapolis, Indiana. which leads me to believe if I check my financials here, we can see they've been updated by our customer. In this case, Super Logistics has granted us that $75. So I can accept this tender and get to work assigning things. What I'm going to do next here in my portal is get the driver assigned, assign my power unit and trailer, making sure that I'm giving Super Logistics every bit of information that they need. And what I will do here is move to my truck status log to update Super Logistics and let them know that we are en route to our pickup location in AutoZone Distribution Center. And Steve should be receiving a lot of alerts as I'm moved around in here. So hopefully he'll get to see that we are moving this load. Everything is in transit now. So I'll kick it back to Broker World one last time and let's have a look.
All right, thank you. Yes, I have been watching the alerting, Maria. Thank you. So, yes, let's check out what's happening. She's accepted the tender. She's also she's been doing some real work here. She's updated the status of this truck, and it's already on the way to pickup at this point. So that makes me very happy. I haven't had to lift a finger. I know that this load's getting taken care of by my carrier. So all good stuff there. Not only that, but once again, my load management area has automatically been updated. I've got this nice green means go, right? So the load status is dispatched. At prior load is dispatched. My last contact column is letting me know, or letting all of my assigned AscendTMS users know just by hovering over it that the truck is en route to pickup. So from there, I don't even have to open up the load to understand what's going on in there. So let's check out some of the changes Maria has been making in here. I'm going to jump right to my carrier information, and we can see now that our driver John Parker is available for us. We've got his phone number provided by Maria. I've also got an email address where we can contact him, and she's also updated some of his equipment information too, because that can be come in and be very important as well.
All right, Steve, I'm going to steal your screen and ask that everybody will just fast forward in time with me here. And we're going to open this 181818 load from Super Logistics, and we're going to fast forward to updating our truck status as completed unloading, okay? Assuming, of course, that we're updating him throughout each course of the load so he knows exactly where his freight is at all times and what's happening to it. So I'll put us at completed unloading at the delivery location, letting him know that this load has been delivered. Now, the last thing I'm going to do as the carrier inside the portal is upload any documents that my customer is going to need to get himself paid and make sure that we are paid on time and in nice and quickly there. So I'm going to upload our proof of delivery location. Now I'm doing this from my computer. As you can see, it's very easy to do. But as we said earlier, the Ascend portal is 100% mobile friendly. And because it's been designed as a portal web application so brilliantly, there's no downloads needed, no new apps of any kind. The drivers can choose to upload from their mobile device while they're still at the receiving dock if they want to. This portal is so intuitive that when the driver opens their smartphone device and chooses to upload, they'll be able to have an option there to open their camera. It's going to recognize they're on their mobile device and give them an option to open their camera, snap a photo, quickly upload it, make it visible to both the broker and everyone in their company and myself as the dispatcher back here in the office. I can see that it's done, rest easy, that this load is going to be taken care of. So finally, I'm going to send it back to you, Steve, one last time to let everybody know that you can receive those documents and get this load buttoned up.
Okay, wonderful. So yes, once again, Maria's been busy updating everybody, messaging once again. We have completed unloading at the delivery location. I love that. and I know everything's been taken care of. She's taken the additional steps. Either someone assigned to her portal or Maria herself has uploaded documents. So it looks like in the form of a proof of delivery in this case. So let's investigate. Let's see what's been happening. Once again, load status is now delivered. I can see the truck is at the delivery. My load was updated just a minute ago, and okay, completed unloading at delivery location. All is well with the world. She did send that document though, so let's actually take a peek at the big electronic filing cabinet I have for load 181818. And we can see a new addition down in here, this POD document. Great. Maria Giarusso is responsible. She's from IT Move It Trucking. And this was received in Ascend via the Ascend portal. So I know exactly, there's no question about where that document came from. At this point, we can open up this document, take a look at the results. And boom, that looks good. Here's a nice delivery receipt. We've got the driver's information. Everybody's signed this free and clear. So now I've got a document in real time, possibly even before the driver ever leaves that or receiver. I can have this document in hand. I'm free to begin my invoicing and my accounting processes from there. So we hope you have enjoyed this webinar and how this new development in AscendTMS may be able to help you out. So as you can see, with AscendTMS and Ascend Portal, we finally have a customized tool that greatly reduces everyday friction and pain points between brokers, 3PLs, and the carriers that they hire. So best of all, Ascend Portal works brilliantly as a mobile-friendly program without the need to ever download any apps, no pesky apps. So this means that Ascend Portal is perfect for carriers and brokers on the go because it can be accessed from any web browser anywhere.
And that's the whole show, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get a true hands-on experience of AscendTMS and the Ascend Carrier Portal, be sure to visit us at thefreetms.com and sign up for your risk-free 30-day trial. AscendTMS, the logistics software for everyone. To stay up to date with the latest help videos and tutorials for AscendTMS, click that subscribe button. That way you can always be the first to know.